about to start doing right now is making homemade mashed potato. As you see, I have already started peeling one of my potatoes. Some people may choose to leave the skin on. That is your preference on what you want to do, how you want to make your mashed potatoes. So, once we have the potatoes peeled and everything, I'll be back. Okay, now that we have peeled the skin off our potatoes, we should end up with something like this. I did leave a little skin on certain spots and things like that. If you want to take it all off, you can. It's your preference. Okay, so now that we have did this, we're going to move our pot to the water. And you want to wash your potatoes before you start boiling them. And as you see, it's the potato skin down there. So let's rinse them one more time. Okay, then you want to add your water in your pot, and what we're going to do is add enough water where it covers your potatoes. And I do have my stove already on high. Okay, now the water has covered the potatoes, so we're going to cut off the water and we're going to move our pot from here to the stove. Okay, now that we have put our pot on top of the stove, I am going to add a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. And a little bit of olive oil. And then we're going to cover this with a lid and let it boil. This is the chicken that we seasoned the night before. As you see, it's real good and seasoned. So you want to let this sit out about 30 minutes before you start cooking it so it can get room temperature. As you see, each piece is very coated in the buttermilk and the seasoning. And while we have our chicken sitting out waiting to get room temperature, we're going to start on the bacon because we're going to be making a country mashed potato gravy, and basically going to have sausage, bacon, and it's going to be made from scratch. So these are the onions that I had pre-cut the other day. So what we're going to do first is cut up the bacon into real small little pieces. Okay, so now we have our bacon pieces all cut up, and what we're going to do is add them to our pot. I have already washed them, so let's get to it. Using a small pan because we're making gravy. You just want to add all your bacon pieces in it. And while you're doing it, try to separate the pieces. And what you'll need to make the gravy, the grease that we're going to have from this bacon, that's the grease that we're going to use. And it's going to be 2 cups of milk, 1/3 cup of flour. And you have to make sure you keep stirring it so it won't be too thick or too watery. If it's too thin, all you have to do is add more flour to it. And then just keep stirring it, and then make sure you season your flour. Depending on your liking, that's how much seasoning you want to put in it. But you do not want to have that flavor taste, flour taste for your gravy. And it's going to be a white gravy. So that means all you need is flour, 1/3 cups of flour, 2 cups of milk, and the little grease that we're going to have from the bacon. That's it. Do not over grease it because you'll wind up with greasy gravy and it'll be kind of nasty. So let's get started. Oh yeah, and we're going to add some onions into this bacon. And I'm cutting it on high. And so we just want to let that start cooking. Just want to show you that the coals are burning. Okay, now we're going to add our chicken. Okay, so now we got our chicken on the grill. And I did decide to use a pan. And so we're going to cover the lid. Now we have everything on. So now what we're about to do is add some water to our broccoli. And we're going to put that on the stove under low heat because you don't want it to cook too fast. And I did already pre-wash it before I came back. Let's check and see. Our potatoes is now getting tender. They have been on for about 45 minutes. See, they are very tender. So we're going to probably let that boil for about another 15 minutes. And then pull the water off and then mash the potatoes. And this is what our broccoli is looking like. I have not seasoned the broccoli yet because I wait until it's tender how I like it. Because we're going to pull some of that water off of it. Okay, this is what the chicken is looking like so far. So what we're about to do is flip it over. Now all I'm doing is poking holes in the pan that we have on there, if you chose to use water. Got some little grease here. It do? You smell it? That's Rascal. Okay, so we're going to come back. Close your lid and put it back down. I did check out the barbecue sauce that we made yesterday, the peach barbecue sauce. So I'm letting that get room temperature. And we may not need both of them, but just in case we do, I took out two. Okay, so now what we're about to do is drain the juice off the potatoes. You're going to leave just a little bit in there. And that's all the water that I'm going to leave in it. So then we're going to start mashing our potatoes. See, when you do it, your potatoes should fall apart just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is add butter. Now you got your gravy going. You got your sausage and bacon in it. So we're going to continue to let that cook. We have our everything coming together. We're going to get our crescent rolls, and we're going to unroll them and roll them into crescent rolls. In the meantime, we're going to have our oven already preheating on 375. Once you unroll your crescent roll, you should end up with something like this. Then you want to tear them apart where they separate at. Here, 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 and there. Once you have rolled your crescent rolls, you'll end up with something like this. You have your gravy bowl. You want to make sure you constantly stir it so you won't have it stick to the pot. And as you see, it's not too watery and it's not too thick. Okay, this is what your chicken should be looking like now. So what we're about to do is flip it again. And then we're going to cover it back up and let it finish cooking. Okay, so now your chicken should be looking like this. What we're going to do now is remove it from this pan and put it directly on the grill so that the skin can get a little bit crispier and a little more color to it. Okay, so your chicken should be looking a little something like this. So we're going to leave this covered for about another 20 minutes. Now that our chicken is almost done, what we're going to do, you see I already added like 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add black pepper, seasoned salt, and complete seasoning. Okay, this is your complete seasoning. Seasoned salt, just a little bit. And pepper. Okay, so your chicken should be looking like this. So now what we're going to do is just add the barbecue sauce. The peach barbecue sauce that we made. Sauce. We're going to let this stay for about maybe 15 to 20 seconds. And then we're going to take it off. And that will complete your meal. Okay, this is going to be just a little honey and butter sauce I make for my crescent roll. That's about 2 tablespoons of butter. And then we're just going to put a little honey in it. And we're going to put it in the microwave for about 15 to 20 seconds. And stir it up so once your crescent rolls come out the oven, you'll be done. And once it come out, you just drizzle the honey over your crescent rolls.